Hey you, I'm glad you're back. Obviously, I have some questions about the escrow process, and this is one of a series of basics of escrow. This is geared a lot towards buyers and sellers to help them understand what escrow is. I'm Lisa Schultz. I am a 20 plus year veteran in the title and escrow industry. And what I have found is that there's a lot of verbiage coming through buyers and sellers and brokers and lenders. And you're just wanting to buy a house or you just want to sell a house. And you don't want to ask a lot of questions, but you need to know what it means. So hopefully these small little short videos will help you. Today, what I wanted to talk about is acronyms in escrow. So the first one, purchase and sale. What is it? It is a mutual contract between the buyer and the seller that was made to initiate the sale of a house. Buyers agreed for terms and sellers agreed for terms. Within that, there is a thing called earnest money. And in the state of Washington, which is what these applications are for, there has to be some sort of consideration or money that the buyer is putting up to show that they are sincerely wanting to purchase the property of the seller. Earnest money. I'm buying in earnest. In your contract, 9 out of 10 times the earnest money is being held by escrow. What does that mean? What that means is they are putting that in a trust account. If it's under $10,000, there is no interest collected. If it's over $10,000, there's interest collected. So your buyer will deposit earnest money into an escrow account. It's kind of nice, and it really shows why escrow is a neutral third party. The seller can't get to it, the brokers can't get to it, the lenders can't get to it, the buyers can't get to it. It's just held there until the purchase and sale tells us it's time to release it based on completing the tasks in the purchase and sale. So, next step, next terminology, authorizations. We ask for authorizations from the buyer and the seller. Hey, will you authorize us to speak to your lenders, to your insurance people, to your HOAs, to anybody else that we need to speak to get the job done? So we will be sending you authorizations. DigiSign, another term. What's that mean? What that means is that you are authorizing us electronically to get this information. As we go through, we've got other terminology called signing. Escrow's job is to prepare legal documents for the buyer to sign and the seller to sign. Now, a lot of people confuse escrow with creating the lender's documents. We don't. We're working with that lender to get the documents that lender wants us to have you sign. So buyers, we prepare documents for authorization, transfer of HOAs, transfers of any debt that you've decided to take on, if you have. And then sellers, you're authorizing us to get these payoffs or create documentation where we're closing out your account for your line of equity or closing out your account for this or changing property tax names from this to this. So these are the kind of documents that we do, and you guys are either DigiSigning them, but you're authorizing us. You can also do what they call a wet signature. Wet signature means I'm using my pen and it's wet ink. So you will hear terms like wet sign or electronic signing. Electronic signing is the exact same as a digital sign or DigiSign. Okay? The other things that we talk about are notaries. Mobile notary, online notary, in-office notary. They all have to be licensed by the state of Washington. A mobile notary is somebody who may come to your house with the documents. A in-office notary could be a notary hired by the company, but you're coming into the escrow office. And then an online notary, that's somebody who's literally going to meet you on your laptop. There are certain requirements in that. The notary has to be licensed for that. You have to have certain criteria to qualify for an online notary, and that could be another video. Okay? Other acronyms. Closing. What does closing mean? A closing could be